Oh, it did us dirty.
What happened?
They didn't even play the intro. How dare they? What's up with that? Do I have to play it? I guess I'll play it then, old boy. Old boy TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I'm playing with a StreamYard. Y'all think y'all playing with, man? JR, what's going on in the building? How you feeling, man? Always appreciate the love. That's your own anime character, or how you do that? Certified beats. Okay. Send us some beats. Monkey Wrench in the building. Knickerbocker. Oh. Hold on. Look, Laturia, hold on. Before, oh boy. Laturia, capitalize that. That I am. When Flea jumps in here, capitalize it and repost it. I'm definitely putting that back on the screen.
Listen, that just made my day. You see my face smile, my eyes light up. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. Laturia, Tori B is in the building. Fellas, heart, high, thumbs up, wave. Speak to the beautiful ladies. Yeah, y'all see me. Ty Lue in the building. Yeah.
Not even AI.
I found a picture of Ty Lue with the Braves with Michael Jordan. I'm telling my grandkids I played with Michael Jordan. Whenever I get some grandkids. No time soon, though. Bet that.
Exactly. I got you, Lala. Who you think he dealing with, man? Go be on time. Be on time. These all boys just take a rain check. Yo, man, you know, I got things to do. Okay. I got a doctor's appointment at 8 p.m. All right. Better.
Doctor's appointment at 8 p.m. is diabolical.
That's some George Costanza shit.
Nah, that's definitely some George Costanza shit. What happened? Doctor's appointment. 8 o'clock, yes. It's the only time he had. On a Sunday.
Right. Especially if he had a date. He was he was crazy.
Listen, it's one of the greatest characters ever, man.
I wish Larry David would have done more of, like, he is George, don't get me wrong. Hold on. All ball is and these are two Seinfeld versus Curb Your Enthusiasm. You can't curse in one, you curse in the other. But that ain't even my question, all ball. Who is a better TV character? George Costanza or Larry David?
Love Larry. It's not even close, bro. George Costanza. I'm sorry. George Costanza, bro. He ate out the garbage and told Jerry it was hovering. It wasn't in the... Listen, George Costanza is one of the greatest characters ever made in sitcom history.
Yo. Talk about diabolical. He's definitely the best character on the show. Everybody's trying to go with Kramer. Like, Kramer is just you can't have Kramer on all day. George could have had his own show. Hold on. Jerry. George might have been the show.
He was. It's almost, it's kind of like that with a lot of hit shows. You know, of course you have the star, but you gotta have that sidekick, that co-star that, you want to be honest, I watched Seinfeld because of George. And they all was great. But for me, prime example, I love The Office. Once Michael Scott left The Office, I stopped watching it. So and I love Dwight. That's my favorite character. But for me, Seinfeld doesn't work without George. So I agree. Like, you have to have, listen, you have to. Sorry.
Even if Larry David were to play George.
Nah. Nobody could have played George like that.
Nobody.
But think about how insane that is, that when you're that good at that character, you can't do nothing else. He's been in a couple movies. Terrible. as an actor in movies. That's how great he was as George. And listen, that's the gift and the curse. That's why those shows have to be hits because that's where all your money gonna come from. Because let's be realistic. I've seen George in a couple movies. Terrible, terrible. But that character, listen, that's top 5 greatest sitcom characters of all time. I'm not arguing with nobody.
Laturia says George was epic. He lied to his date that he was a marine biologist and
Come
then
on, bro.
a whale during the date. Best episode ever.
Come on, bro. And then had the
Have to do
fake
a-
saver whale. Come on, bro. Come
I'm gonna
on,
have to
man.
do a Seinfeld breakdown one day.
But let's get to it. We know why our family is in the building.
We teasing the family. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I was teasing the family. How dare I? How dare I do that, man? You see the thumbnail. I teased the family. It was an accident. Really, it wasn't. I was buying time. Buying time for our Knicks. You know when I say Knicks, you know what time it is, man.
Knicks rehab.
Knicks rehab, y'all. Oh, boy. The New York Knickerbockers. Jesus Louises. They made some hires this offseason. Flea, who's not here, all of a sudden.
Running late. He'll be here. He's running late.
Be here, but he's not here to defend himself. He was clowning us for a list. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling better and better the more the summer passes. We got some things popping up out here, baby. The New York Knicks hired Chris Gent, recently the assistant coach of the Hornets. He's been killing the game, y'all. Assistant coach, you see the time period there. He's been over 2 decades in the game. He coached LeBron. Apparently, he was LeBron's personal assistant or something like that. Coached at Ohio State University a couple of times. And, of course, he was with Mike Brown in Cleveland with LeBron and all that. Coached in Cleveland, coached with Trae Young. And, of course, with the Kings, I believe that was before Mike Brown was there. Early Magic, might have had Dwight Howard for a second. But I think he also won the G League championship this past summer. There's a lot on his resume, man. Being with them Lakers. They're calling him an offensive guru. There's a lot to this guy, old ball, and a lot to the fact that we were worried about that specifically. Who are we going to have coming up as this guy's assistant? This is the official replacement of Ty Lue. Speaking of Ty Lue, Ty Lue, the official replacement to Rick Brunson. You said it from at least the middle of the season. You've been calling this and calling it and calling it so much so that I was like, yo, hold on a second. All ball's right, man. Who is that on the sideline? You started a fight with Dante and the rest of you guys, old fella, fake ass Shakespearean dude. Mo Cheeks, failure as a coach. Nobody respects him. And now we hire Mike Brown. We were a little antsy about that. We didn't know about that. But these hires, all balls, Chris Gent, and of course TJ Saint. We'll get to him in a second. Another assistant coach that they hired. Now we're removing a lot of the fingerprints from Tom Thibodeau. By the way, did you hear that Tom Thibodeau told Daniel Tias or one of these guys? Yeah, I think it was Tias, that he would be a backup to Mitchell Robinson, an insurance policy to Mitchell Robinson. That's why he didn't sign with us and ended up signing with some Fugazi team out there and overseas. I'll look it up. Some guy named Tias. My point is, who is Tibbs to be shooing big men away? But I digress. Tibbs ain't here no more. But this guy is Chris Gent. Mike Brown. Are you impressed, old ball? Or is this a New York Knicks new trick?
I don't know if I'm impressed, but it raised an eyebrow. Because like I said, I'm not, me, I'm not impressed until I'm impressed. I have to see the product on the floor. I have to see how these guys communicate with the players. I have to see how the players play for these guys. Let's see what Chris Jen does offensively. Let's see what new looks we have. I hear that noise. There you go, my brother's in the building. Told you he'd be here, Fabian. Flea. Fabian said, "Yeah, I'm telling."
Please
He
do.
threw you on. He threw you under
Please,
the bus.
please, please.
Yeah,
You
he
see
threw
the
you
light?
under the bus.
You see
He
the
said,
light,
"Let's
and you.
start." He said, "Let's start the show. We don't need favor. I'm just telling you what's going on."
I
Just
know.
listen.
I know. I know.
Flea, what up, baby?
You see the lighting. I was working on some things. I was trying to do some things over here, but I fumbled. But I'm here. I'm here.
Flea,
Brother.
Flea, I give you 30 seconds. You have somebody to respond to. Please be respectful. You see the highlight.
La. I don't need your help, Fabian. Stay over there. Stay over there. I got this. You threw me under the bus. You backed up over me, drove back over me. Stay over there, gangster. Please.
Yeah,
I like what you're doing here. I like what's going on right now. Things is looking different. Things is feeling different. I like what's going on right now. Hell of a job, right? Hell of a job, right?
Tuesdays, Knicks rehab. Tuesdays, we are off the chain. I'm going to say it again. Tuesdays, 8 to 9, FYF Sports, Knicks rehab. Thursdays, FYF Sports, 8 to 9, we off the chain. We'll figure it out. But getting right to it, I'm like I said, what Mike Brown is doing, I'm watching him closely. I like it, you know, because I totally agree. Y'all said it a while ago. Get that coaching staff out of there. It's almost like it's almost like the wilderness. When a male lion, meets another young lady, get all the niggas up out of here because it ain't gonna work. You cannot fire Tibbs and then keep everybody else there. That's not gonna work. That's almost like, you meet a new girl and the ex-boyfriend is still in the living room paying some of the rent. That nigga got to go. This ain't gonna work like that. So
Send your money. Still send your money, but you could go. Send the money.
Right. Send that shit at mama's house. Send it from your mama's house.
Send the money. Send the money. You could go though.
But like I said, Chris Jen, I want to see what he can do. I'm looking forward to seeing what type of offense he's going to help us with, because we do need help with offense. My opinion, we have the best player in the East in Jalen Brunson. He's probably right now top 5 one-on-one players in the league, but still, we have to find a way for the offense to flow. We have guys that can knock down shots. We have guys that can post up. We have guys that can run in transition. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do to help us offensively, to where it's not just like Flea say pound, pound, pound with Jalen Brunson, because it almost makes us predictable to guard on the offensive end. So I'm looking forward to that. And I also like that it seems like Mike Brown is taking his time. Flea, how long I said this? I said the season starts in October. I said I will panic the third or fourth week in August, maybe the first week of September. If we don't have things cooking, then it's a problem. So I figure probably by another week or two, maybe Labor Day weekend, maybe Mike Brown will have his full coaching staff available. But I like the hire. The guy has history with a lot of great franchises. He's been on the bench with a lot of great players. So for me, I like it. And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll let Flea cook. I like it better than all the mother mugs on the coaching staff. Mo Cheeks and Othello Harrington, whoever else was there. Yeah, like, so for me, just to get and I mean this with all disrespect, a real assistant coach on the bench. Because I don't know what they was. I don't know what they was. And Fabian says this all the time. A guy like Chris Jen, he probably wants to be a head coach one day. So, let's see how invested he is. Because think about it, Flea. Who's ever on his coaching staff, if you get the Knicks to the promised land, you can catch your ticket. So I like the hire. I like that Mike Brown is taking his time. I'm starting to like Mike Brown as it gets closer to the NBA season. I've spoken to somebody that played for him before. He said Mike Brown is a good coach. Straight up. He said Mike Brown is a good coach. He said he don't know if his ways are going to work in New York because us, we tough. He said, but he's a good coach. So let's see what happens. But I like the pickup for the coaching staff by Mike Brown.
Lee, Chris Gent has an extensive background. He's been around for over 2 decades, basically. So many different teams around this damn league. Just in case I didn't play my beautiful graphic for you. He even coached the Bakerfield Jam over there, G League team. Do you agree with all boys? Is he attempting to be, not attempting to be, but do you like him just in case we need a backup for that head coach in case anything would have happened with Mike Brown? And just how do you react to this news in general?
Well, he's not coming in as an assistant coach. Let's be clear. He's coming in as the associate head coach.
Right.
So that already means it's of Mike Brown. If we start the season 10-10, if there's a time where we're 15-15, that is going to be the successor for Mike Brown. Call it what you want. That's what's going to happen, right? Chris Gent is being put in that spot by Mike Brown, but don't get it fucked up. Leon Rose, Dolan, all of these guys are going to sign off on that because they know if something goes left, this is the guy that's going to succeed Mike Brown. So, I mean, I love the coaching hire. I think it's a guy that's been around today's NBA for a little while, so he understands the landscape of it. He understands how offenses and defenses are run in today's world. So I think that'll be a plus for Mike Brown to be able to look to his left or right or whichever direction that is and be able to say, hey, I need help drawing this up. What are we going to do to put our guys in the best positions possible? So Chris Gent is a guy that could be able to do that. I'm sure y'all went over the fun fact that he's a former Knick, so that's not that's cool to have a guy that's been in our locker room before and understands what New York is all about. But I just like the tenure that he's had over the last recent years. This is not a guy that you pulling off the couch or pulling off the side or pulling off the sidewalk. This guy is in the throes of it. He's been coaching and been in it for the last at least decade. Most recent, right? So this is not some guy that you just going and calling, hey, come work for me, and he ain't been doing shit for a little while. He knows what's going on. He's most recently in Charlotte. So I'm sure he was right up close with LaMelo Ball. He's right up close with Brandon Miller, right up close to all of those young guys, right? So I like the fact that he's got his pulse on today's NBA and also is a veteran type guy. So you know what it's going to take to win. You've been in a winning locker room. If you go back and look, he did when he's one of those guys that if you go on the roster, you get a ring. So he was on that Houston Rockets roster that beat us in '94 that won a ring.
Wow.
So he's been around, championship pedigree guys. He's been in the locker room with Dream, been in the locker room with Kenny Smith, Sam Cassell, all of those greats, Clyde Drexler, those type of guys. So I like the hire. Gives me some confidence to know that, we're actually competent. We're not sleeping at the wheel. We're taking these things serious. I know at the beginning of the summer, it was like, are we taking this coaching hire serious? How are we operating with this coaching hire? We going and hollering at the third and fourth chick, that really, it was our third and fourth choice. We didn't really want her, but you want to go to the prom with me? Cool. Just roll with me. So that's what it felt like with the Mike Brown hire. But as the roster gets filled out, as the hires are happening with the assistant coaches, I'm getting more and more confident about how we're trying to approach this season. And if we're looking at the landscape of the Eastern Conference, the Knicks should be licking their chops like, yo, this is a great opportunity to make a finals run, to make a championship run. So I like what we're doing. I'm confident. I'm enthused about what's going on for sure.
Please do me a favor or jump out, jump back in. I think it's like some static going on, at least on mine. Anybody else say that?
I heard a little bit.
I got it.
All right.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree with everything Flea is saying because all the stuff that we're hearing is, how he was there with Mike Brown early on with Cleveland, and he was, You know, he won the G League championship this past summer. And again, I think you and Flea always stress, and just anyone who loves the game more and more in depth always talk about these little things that matter. You always talk about Patrick Beverly, how he scored in high school. We even reference when a Draymond Green when he is going through whatever he's going through, he's doubted for whatever reason. Flea will bring up like, yo, player of the year, not defensive player of the year, not led the league in steals, no, player of the year. So something as small as a G League championship, especially for this generation, and you've been around for 2 decades, and you're an associate coach like Flea put. This guy, that means you were at the helm running things. And he did so a couple of times. He was an interim coach for the Magic. I think he was 5-17 or something like that. Disgusting record. But just the fact that he had an attempt at this. And again, I don't expect much from him. This is not a super duper name hire. None of these guys really are. And I think if we did go and gravitate to those hires, I think a lot of us, even the Indiana assistant coach or associate coach, we were flirting with him as well. They denied us. Another team that denied us, which deservedly so. I've seen clips. Was it Fish that sent it to me? Of I think it was on Twitter. It was like Rick Carlisle didn't even know what the play was being ran. They asked him about it. He's like, I don't even remember. I gotta ask my assistant. Like, that means he's relying on these guys to come up with stuff on the fly. And Mike Brown is someone who we all are, skeptical, regardless of what he did with Sacramento. Yes, he changed them offensively, and we saw it. We always talk about Herder shot 90% for 2 months or whatever it was with the pick and roll dribble handoff action with them, how they spread the floor. They got players to spread the floor. I'm excited to see all this. If he can turn this, how do you motivate OG and Bridges? Because Brunson and Cat, they either going to get it or they don't. These are two superstars. Like, they're going to face so much pressure. Karl Anthony Towns is going to understand what this pressure is. Jalen Brunson's going to understand what this pressure is. They're going to sit down at some point and they're going to, come to a head, come to a meeting of their minds. Yo, we got to work like this. Sit down with the coaches and break something down for them, and everybody else can feed off of it. And this is what I want to see Chris Gent and OG Anunoby. Can OG do what's the small forward for the Kings, the young kid? Like, he's like 6'9", 6'10". Keegan Murray. He could shoot, but I don't believe. You know how I feel, Flea. He like Kyle Korver, one of these dudes. Like, I don't believe in you. Like, hey, what's the other dude? Nah, you sound horrible. Yeah, it sounds horrible, Flea.
Say something again, Flea.
It's everybody. Yeah. It ain't just me. Because I hear the feedback.
Oh, wow.
Damn. So I'm not sure. Hello? Yeah. That shit sound nuts.
Maybe you need some headphones. You might need some headphones.
Look.
The stream, they just change every week on us. They want to update whenever they feel like it.
Hold on, but real quick, everybody in the chat, how does this sound now? Do y'all hear any static, or does it sound good? Please, a thumbs up if it sounds good right now.
Yeah, let us know. TK Sports and Boxing. I've seen him a couple times.
Please, somebody a thumbs up. How does the audio sound now?
Y'all two sound good. Okay. Always just in. All right. That's what happened last time with your mic. This thing, even my thing, I can hear the feedback on mine sometimes. So I plug it out and plug it back in. But that's pretty much it for me. I'm more excited about that, man. I think we always talk about that. Like, can OG do with Keegan Murray what Mike Brown wanted Keegan Murray to do? Because as much criticism as I have of Mike Brown, I'm not forgetting or I'm not overlooking the fact that Keegan Murray did not perform the way that he was supposed. He broke a rookie record for 3-pointers and all that. If he would be able to be a knockdown shooter, I think the Kings look like a whole other team. He didn't ever take a leap up, in my opinion. So OG took a leap. Keegan Murray I believe in OG shooting the ball more than Keegan Murray, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if Chris Gent can help push that, man, this guy was around for the 22. How do you feel about that? That this guy was around for the 2022 Lakers all ball? Does that give you?
Well, for me, what I need Chris Gent and Mike Brown to do is they need to, help the Knicks understand that we can win a championship if we play the right style of basketball. I've said this for how many years now? We have to be egoless. We have to not worry about all NBAs, all stars, numbers, and we just have to play as a collective, as a unit. I'm gonna keep saying it. The Detroit Pistons, I think that was '05 with Rasheed Wallace. If we can play that style of basketball where they all just said, we don't care about nothing but winning the basketball game. They beat the Kobe and Shaq Lakers 4-1, bro. So for me, I'm just looking forward to see how can Chris Dent help in that way. Also, I'm excited that we have a guy that has the experience. Like you said, he played with the Knicks. He played on that Houston team with Akeem in him that beat us. So, like I said, he knows what it takes to win. He's been around it. And I said the same thing about Mike Brown. He's been around long enough so when he has that experience and they can bring that to the locker room and help Brunson and them guys that's never been to an NBA Finals. This is what it takes. This is the style of basketball, the discipline, what it takes to win. I think these two guys so far, Mike Brown and Chris Jent, I think, for me, A-. Let's see who else he brings on to give it an A+. But I like the hire, to be honest. And Flea said something, we have to be correct. Flea killed that. He's the associate. And don't think they ain't on Mike Brown heels. Flea said 20 games. I said 5, maybe 10. I'm not saying he get fired, but I'm saying, bruh, you have to come out the gate on fire. They putting out the list slowly but surely. We have the opening game. We have the Christmas games. Big shout out Bub Ass Boston. They got no Christmas game. Beautiful. But
no Philly either.
Beautiful.
How's my sound?
Beautiful. Two cities I can't stand, Flea. Burn them all down. But that's neither here nor there. Sorry. I apologize for that.
That stole Christmas in Philly. Definitely Philly. He's your man over here.
We'll stick to Philly, Indiana, Boston, Miami. Tear your Achilles. All of y'all. But Flea, I like the hire. And I think it's for once going in the right direction. I think, a lot of great organizations, a lot of great teams, they have great coaching staffs. They have smart coaching staff. They have guys that know the game, that care about the game. Coaching staff is an extension of the coach. With the Knicks, with Tom Thibodeau, that's all the players can talk to. They wasn't talking to them other niggas. Let's be for real. They couldn't tell you nothing. So I like it. I like it. Let's see what other coaches he hires.
By the way, I never looked this up before, and Flea would know this. If I'm gonna ask before I say it, who was? Because we always bring him up, or all ball always brings him up. Larry Brown, the Pistons, that Detroit Pistons team, they won a championship. Who was Larry Brown's associate head coach?
Mike Brown? Like
this? Yeah. No. Larry Brown.
Oh, no, I said Mike Brown. Who was his associate head coach for the 04 Pistons for the 04 run? I don't know.
Mike Woodson.
That sounds right.
I had no idea.
That sounds right.
They had Herb Brown was probably his cousin.
Because then after they win that chip, Woodson gets the Atlanta job, right?
Right after that, he coached Atlanta after that.
Not far behind that.
Okay.
But you got to remember that's a reason that helped them get that head coaching job.
That's what I'm saying. So that sounds about right. What year is that Atlanta team? And we talking like Joe Johnson, Horford. That's like 7, 8, right?
Probably, I guess so.
Mike Brown.
I gotta look it up.
I put Mike Brown.
No, Mike Woodson.
Mike Woodson.
Mike Brown, coach, and the Hawks coach. Somebody in the comments probably beat me to it already. He was a coach from 04 to 2010. Yeah.
See? So, yeah. That absolutely helped him get that job for sure.
Big deal. Also, the Knicks made another hire this offseason for the coaching staff. We got TJ Saint in the building, former G League coach. They go into depth about how his G League record was big garbage out here in the streets. TJ Saint, again, Mike Scotto reported it. I don't know too much about him. I know he's with the Pelicans. That's the only thing I know, Flea. I didn't know too much about it. I didn't see anything that was like inspired me.
That was the picture.
He looks like a fake Eric from Entourage.
Tom Cruise.
Niggas hired Superman. These niggas is crazy.
Right. Saint served as an assistant coach for the 2019-20 season before becoming a team's associate head coach, and that was for the Squadrons. So he's a part of their G League affiliate. Another G League guy. 26-40 record with the Birmingham Squadron, the New Orleans Pelicans G League affiliate.
But you know what? I have no problem with that. And let me just explain briefly. I think I said it a while ago. You know, you need some young guys on the coaching staff that kind of can adapt to today. And also him being connected and coaching in the G League. Remember, our guys don't know how to pick plays. Let's be realistic. As a Knicks organization, we don't know how to go get the guys. This may be a guy that's connected to the G League where, you know, he may know and see some guys that belong to come up. So I think a guy like that, more so on the coaching staff, I think his job would be, hey, stay in that G League and let's see, you know, let's see if we can get some of these guys that's legit. Because, you know, us as Knicks drafting guys or trying to go get the guy, listen, we miss 9 times out of 10. So now at least having a young guy that's in the G League, that coach, he sees the talent that maybe we don't see, can't see, you know. So I don't mind that high. Because like I said, I know for a fact a guy like that isn't going to be the guy that everyone's going to talk to. But I think he's going to be the guy that's going to do the dirty work. So I have no problem with that. And he's young. I think you need to have a mixture, young guys, old guys. But once again, you know, connections is everything in life. And maybe this is the guy that could be down there in the G League for his tenure and just seeing what's the talent and things of that nature. Because I'm going to say it again, us picking players, drafting players, that's something we cannot do. So I think he can help in that department.
Oh, yeah, great point. Great point. G League guys have been around these other, like, to be able to, it's one thing to be on an NBA level and you can scout. You could kind of see who plays on the NBA level. But to be able to guess, Flea, if I'm Chris Gent, if I'm TJ Saint, I've been around the G League already. I know who's nice out here. I know who really works hard. I know who really wants to get to that next level. Do I see these things from an NBA level? Like, these guys over here, they could come to our G League or they have a brother in college. Like, that's how this whole thing works. Like, the more and more we talk all the time, every day, I think that's you hit it right on the nose, bro. Because I didn't think about the draft, man. Like, we don't even talk about that. I think Flea froze up. We don't even talk about that. We just don't. And to be able to even bring the plays and everything that are working in college to the things that may have worked in the G League, all that stuff, when they start scouting and when they start running different plays, when I always, Flea always loves when I bring up the NFL, but the NFL, they change a lot of their stuff in college first. Remember the guy that was in Oregon and he went to coach Philly, the Eagles, and that shit was horrible.
Nick, what was his name?
I forgot.
A lot of players don't like him neither. He coached for the Flea. You got to know this. He coached for the Eagles. He came from college. Chip Kelly.
Garbage. So, even though he was trash in the league, come on now, we had certain guys that couldn't come. The guy who coached Jacksonville, he was in Florida first. And he coached Tebow and all that.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Major. Come on, college. He's major legendary. He comes to the league, big trash. So, but still, I would imagine that he knew how to get these guys ready for the NBA. Everybody's not ready to be in the big leagues. And we always talk about these players. That's why I always stress, Flea, general managers, all these coaches. Nah, they get smoked. They should get more credit and more blame. What the hell are you guys doing out there? So Old Bull has been correct. Like, I'm more relieved the more and more these days are going by. These dog days of summer, we're in August. Happy birthday to my brother, by the way. It's his birthday today. And
Happy birthday. Yes, sir. Happy birthday.
to him.
yeah, I just seen the date. And I don't think we focus on that enough as fans and just media, and like when we try to just be objective about it. Chris Gent, I don't know who the hell you are. We gotta look up your history, look up this interview from 2008, and you were running a practice or whatever the hell the case may be. And within all that, man, Flea, I'll let you have the last word. I just never thought about just the experiences that you already have downloaded in the back of your brain, and you go, nah, he sucks because and he was a junior and he still didn't work on that fucking left hand, and you just going crazy on, and he got fat. I'm just waiting for you to go crazy on him. You know what I'm saying, Flea?
Yo, yeah. I'm excited because we got a whole new coaching staff, right? Basically, right? And so the things that we struggled with on the offensive end, I'm really excited to see us have some more creativity, right? Like we got a couple of different ball handlers now. We may be able to take the ball out of Brunson's hands at times, and not meaning, put him in the corner and say, just spot up for three. You would never be that. I'm saying be able to get some things, get you in actions where you're off the ball and, and you're catching and then making a move, as opposed to dribbling up half court, because after a while, you saw what Indiana started doing. They just started to extend the pressure across half court. By the time we got the ball across half court and into our offense, it was 14 seconds left into the shot clock. So now, like, we are rushing our offense. He's rushed. Everybody is sped up. And so if we give other opportunities for other ball handlers, it doesn't put so much pressure on Jalen Brunson. And we have like some bigger ball handlers, right? So now Jordan Clarkson ain't no little guy. Jordan Clarkson is legit 6'4", 6'5", right? So he could still be able to see over defenses, not get bullied sometimes like Brunson. So that is the biggest thing for me. What does our offense look like with not having him create so many isolation opportunities for himself? How often do we go to the pick and roll with him and Cat? Is that what initiates our offense? Do we have Bridges initiating offense right now with Brunson on the floor? How does that look? Like, is Bridges going to be the guy that we ask to up his ball handling capabilities? It's so many different things that we got to our disposal now that I'm super excited about. So,
you just the way you emphasize Bridges, it reminded me that this guy is supposed to be the shooting coach wizard, and that's a guy. Bridges did not come in here with confidence last year, man. So, can Chris Gent fix this guy's jump shot, his wrist, and be what Kevin Huerter was for a month, even if it's for a month, or OG Anunoby, however, and even Deuce, because as great as Deuce looks shooting that ball, that shooting form, Flea, I love that you emphasize that, because you just reminded me, can he get these guys to take a leap with their jump shot? Because enough is enough, man. Enough is enough with these shenanigans. Damn it.
Real quick, Fleet. Okay, Fleet, go ahead.
No, go. I'm listening.
No, I was just gonna say you said something that I love. Because Fabian, what you just said, I kind of slightly disagree. When Flea alluded to the Indiana Pacers series, hopefully now we have a coaching staff that, we need guys to believe in other guys. We need Brunson to hopefully believe in OG, Bridges, and Deuce and them guys. Because with Indiana, they all believed in themselves. Halliburton have no problem letting them Hart and them guys cook. Nate Smith and them guys cook. Like, them guys had the confidence to where, like I said, some of them games, Halliburton wasn't the best player. It was that game one. Nate Smith beat us by himself in the fourth quarter. They was giving him the ball. So I'm glad Fleet brought that up. I just hope that the coaching staff helps us tremendously offensively to where we don't get wore down and just easily being able to be coached against. Because once again, we all know you shut Brunson down, that's it. So I'm really looking forward to see what this coaching staff is going to do on the offensive end.
Well, hold your thoughts, because I want to definitely go back and forth about that, because that'll lead to the next topic. Got some big haters, apparently. Yeah. Reporting this, reporting that. Ain't fooling me. Knicks for clicks, they still at it. I'm still at it. Whether it's print, newspaper, we move to the streaming and the digital and this, that, and the third. Bleacher hater report. Yeah, you got it. Stay out here, fellas. Let me take this off real quick. The NBA preseason rankings. They got OKC number 1, Denver number 2. Okay. Houston number 3. I think we had them as a number 3 seed. LA Clippers number 4. Cleveland Cavaliers number 5. The LA Lakers number 6. And the New York Knicks number 7 in the preseason NBA rankings. Jesus Louises. And of course, you got Minnesota or in 8, Orlando right behind them, and rounding out the top 10 according to the Bleacher Hater Report NBA preseason rankings. The Golden State Warriors ranked the top 10. They round up the top 10 here, fellas. Jesus Louises. I don't know if I'm disgusted. Lord Walker take the reins from here. What is your reaction to these shenanigans by the Bleacher Report?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't care. Bleacher Report is starting to get on my last nerve. Help me understand this. I understand why OKC is number 1. I totally understand. They won a championship. They have the MVP, best team in the NBA throughout the whole season. Denver, I don't understand how they number 2 now. I slightly do because they have the Joker. Best player in the league for the probably past 6, 7, 8 years. Granted, okay, I give you that. But after that, how the fuck is we number 7? How? We were just in the Eastern Conference. We have the best player in the East in Jalen Brunson. We have the best big man that can shoot the 3, which we know that's what the game is about. We have a great defender. We have Josh Hart, who nobody in the NBA does what he does. We just picked up Jordan Clarkson, who's legit off the bench. And oh, by the way, can I say it again? We just got from the Eastern Conference. And y'all put the Clippers and the bum-ass Lakers in front of us? Houston? Okay, yeah, you got KD. KD in Phoenix was what? No playoffs? Smoked in the first round? Listen, we deserve to be number 2 and number 3. Am I being a little biased? Yes, that's me. I don't give a you-know-what. But if we got the best player in the East, we just got the Eastern Conference, how are we number 7 in the power rankings? Like, seriously, how was the Lakers and Clippers in front of us? Now, all of a sudden, we believe in LeBron and Luka. Now, all of a sudden, we believe in Jordan and Kawhi. Come on, man, this shit is a joke. This shit is a joke. The hate on the Knicks is out of control. Yeah, the best player in the East. Y'all heard me. Punch player of the year. Yeah, y'all heard me. Put Jordan numbers in the playoffs. You want me to repeat it again? Best player in the East. Fuck is y'all talking about? Listen, it's a joke. Bleacher reported the joke. That top 1 on the list was a joke. This power rankings of the NBA teams is a joke. We should be number 2 and number 3. Now, granted, Boston injury, Indiana injury, Philly injury. It's nowhere in the world we should be number 7. I do not agree with that. I will never agree with that. OKC, yes. Maybe Denver because they have the Joker. I get that. But after that, there's no way in the world those other teams belong in front of us. Not even Cleveland. Yeah, they had a great year. But we see what happened to them in the playoffs. We were in the Eastern Conference Finals. We added a great player. We coming into the season healthy. Listen, Bleacher Report, go to hell, man. Seriously. Great platform, but go to hell.
Flea. Bleacher Report got the Knicks 7th, NBA preseason. Lakers are 6th. How you feeling about this, man? OKC is obvious, right? You got to give them the Shoo-in award. Denver, Houston up there, and we talked about Houston when the Kevin Durant trade happened. It's kind of like not surprising, but I mean, what do you feel about the Knicks being ranked 7th by a major media company?
All right, before I go forward, first how's my microphone?
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Because this stream is whooping my fucking ass right now.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I just wanna make sure my brothers can hear me.
Say it and laugh, man. Something say it and laugh. Man.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. If you don't work, don't worry about it.
Shit
We got
whooping
you.
my ass right now, OG. Shit whooping my ass right now. No. So okay, Fish can hear me. You can go to hell. As long as you can hear me, I'm good. As long as you can hear me, you can go to hell. I'm good. As long as that's good, we're good. No, man. Listen, we gotta stop this shit, man. Fuck Bleacher Report, bro. Like Bleacher Report is not some like outlet that has this credibility for getting it right. When have we ever gone to Bleacher Report and been pleased at a list that they put out, at a ranking that they put out, at an article that blew us away? Nothing about what they do over there is makes me feel like they know the game, or whoever they have in place over there, they understand what they're looking at. They're looking at backs of jerseys, they're looking at press clipping, they're looking at what looks good. Is Houston supposed to be a really good team? For sure. Is OKC going to be a really good team? For sure. Is Denver going to be a really good team? For sure. After that, for me, the Knicks should be right in the mix with everybody else. Right? The Lakers didn't do anything that should tell us that they're championship contender teams. The Clippers, they made a couple moves. On paper, they look amazing. But again, that's on paper. Everybody got to be healthy. Everything has to go right for the Clippers. And in the NBA season, everything doesn't go right all the time. Only one thing all goes right for one team, and that's the team that's left standing. Everybody else, some shit happens. Cleveland, I want to add some context to Cleveland. Cleveland did lose to the Pacers, but Cleveland was hurt. Cleveland did limp around in that series. They weren't fully healthy, so I don't know if they're fully healthy. I give them a better shot at beating Indiana. Everything just like I said, perfect. Everything came together for Indiana last season and put them in the finals. Other than that, there's no other teams to me that deserve to be before the Knicks. We're in the 7th spot. So who's in front of us again?
The Lakers.
And the Clippers are directly in front of us. And
Right.
Cleveland's coming off of 60-plus wins, so I can understand why they got them there again. But if you're talking about line them up and line us up, I'm taking us. Every day of the week, I'm taking us. And Cleveland got some dogs over there, but I'm taking us.
Well, Fleet, before Fabian, let me ask you a question, right? Because you always I always said you bring me back to reality. Between the Knicks and Cleveland, who has the better player? Who has the best player between the Knicks and Cleveland?
Who has the best player?
Yes, between the Knicks and Cleveland. Who has the best player on the floor?
Okay, so if I'm lining them up on, like I said, on the baseline, the first pick probably gonna be Spider. It's probably gonna be Spider.
Over Brunson?
It's probably gonna be Spider.
Wow.
Am I gonna take our guy? I'm taking our guy. But the masses is probably gonna take Spider.
Well, we gotta have that conversation another time. I would love to.
Okay. I'm with you.
Get more in depth in that.
I'm with you. I'm rolling with our guy. But if we're talking about what player am I gonna grab first? Like that's tough. That's tough.
But see, I'm not saying it's not tough. Because everybody know
okay.
I do posts on Spider. And I'm the one that always give him his credit. I'm the one that say he should be the best true guard in the NBA, the numbers he put up. But for me, Jalen Brunson is the best player between both teams. So to me, that's what gives us the edge as far as power rankings over Cleveland. Also, we made an addition. We picked up a much-needed piece, Jordan Clarkson, to come off the bench. So that's the problem for me. It's like, listen, man, the hate for the Knicks is out of control. So I just want to have that conversation. We got to have it another time. But also, Flea, I disagree with you slightly. I don't think a lot of people would take Slater over Brunson if you line them up.
Okay.
I don't know where the Spider. Yeah, I don't know where this Spider business comes from. That's insane. Fuck we talking about? Cleveland should be ashamed of themselves. They should never be top 5 nothing. They should be top 5 most likely to not make out the second round again. That's what they should be. We made it to the conference finals. And yeah, you said it last segment, Flea. The Pacers didn't just do that last year to us. They did it back-to-back years where they pressed us full court press and they beat us. But if that's the only thing that's stopping us, what the hell is Cleveland doing? What's their excuse? You don't think
people are watching the tape over the last 3 seasons? The last 3 seasons of the success for the New York Knicks. Bottle that up in the last 3 seasons. You don't think good teams, good coaches are like, that is how we disturb and upset what they're doing? Is all we got to do is put pressure on Brunson?
Sure, they have a scouting report on us. They have a game plan for us, right? But whatever that game plan is, whatever that scouting report is way tougher than Cleveland scouting report. That shit is garbage. They've been flaming out every year Donovan Mitchell's been there. They should not be top 5, not over us. That's trolling. The Lakers, I can understand they want to sell clicks and all that. All right, cool. But DeAndre Ayton, nobody's scared of them. We're not the whole Luka lost weight shit, bro. You still got to play 82 games. These guys are playing 82 games. 2 seasons, 164 games, back-to-back years. Second round, everybody said it. If we were healthy, we would have been in the conference finals back-to-back seasons. I believe we would have been in a championship 2 seasons ago. We all agree. Thibodeau might have messed up this season, but I'll concede to you, Flea. They can game plan around a guy like Tibbs, and we lost, mano y mano. You got to put give them their credit. But in terms of players that have proven themselves leaders, Brunson checks all boxes. I don't care what his flaws are. Everybody got flaws. He has super flaws, and he finds himself in 2 conference finals. Again, play with how many All-NBA players, All-NBA teammates, whatever the case may be. Mike Brown is a coaching change going on here, but the Cavaliers and the Lakers, to me, have not proven anything. And for this kind of ranking, the Cavaliers changed coaches, and they still have the same issues. Garland and them, can they make it past that? These guys aren't healthy. What's the thing? We're still talking about possibly trading Darius Garland to fix that team. Somebody just mentioned Lonzo Ball in the comments. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. No disrespect to Lonzo Ball. Bro, that's a big question mark. Let's not even play around with that. All Ball plays with the Philly, with Philly, the city and all that. That's crazy to me. Every other team, the Rockets, Kevin Durant over there in Houston, I think we all agree if they can keep him healthy and he gets the shots that he wants, sure. But it's a bit of a stretch too. KD is not 25 years old. He's not 33 years old. He's an old 37, 38. He might feel it this year. We don't know. But I'm okay with he's a superstar. Ime Udoka got his guy. Elite defense that can carry all that. But Cleveland and the Lakers, you cannot just put over the Knicks like that. Not after these back-to-back seasons. Not after having Leon Rose and bringing Brunson in here and having a real foundation. Nah. The Lakers are in shambles. Does LeBron really want to be there? That shit could be a headache. That's not factored into this. What's factored into this is that they want our reaction, and they got it. You fucking haters. That's what that shit is, man.
We changed coaches, y'all, and I just want to remind us, like, my brothers, stay consistent, and I'll be the balance because you niggas be overconfident like a motherfucker. We changed coaches, so that's a big reason why they may have us in 5, 6, 7 range. So, yes, a lot of niggas got question marks about their roster and this and that. Our roster's intact. We bring it back to core, but we changed coaches as y'all wanted. This is what y'all wanted. So just a coaching change doesn't give us cause to pause about anything. And I'm talking about figuring out what we want to do with him, what he wants us to do, like that cohesion between players and coach. That because OG is saying first 10 games we need to be 8-2, 9-1. If that ain't the case, then shit is dicey.
Worst case 7-3. Worst case 7-3. All I'm doing is that. I ain't saying pause.
Yeah. Right. So all I'm saying is, if that's the case with us, all them other teams, like OKC is trying to figure out how to go back to back. Denver feels like they right there. They feel like the last 2 seasons, they were both right there. They was in game 7s in the last couple of playoffs. So it's not like they were shit. They were right there. Houston made a big move. And then after that, like, I feel like that's where the Knicks start falling in the mix, 4, 5, 6, 7. But, yo, like, we made a huge move, y'all. Huge move.
Oh, boy, real quick. The Knicks are the only team in that top 10 in Bleacher Report that had a coaching change this summer. And they were the only team, it felt like, that was in the middle of a coaching change this summer, to Flea's point, all ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, right? But let's be for real. Bleacher Report is full of shit. If it was up to them, they wouldn't even have the Knicks top 10 in NBA rankings. They ain't got no choice. Let me ask y'all this. Flea, you said it correctly. They looking at the back of the jerseys. That's what everybody is still doing. LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. The last 3-4 years, where the fuck were they at and what they did in the playoffs? We made progress every year. Durant either missed it or got swept. LeBron, swept. Curry, listen, bro. Come on. Like, Kawhi Leonard. So for me, y'all got players in there. They don't want to give the new breed the light. Oh, no disrespect. It's over for them. What are we going to say this year if Houston and LA don't win? What are we going to say this year if Curry once again flames out and barely gets out the first round? What are we going to say if the Clippers with this great roster don't do jack shit? We got to let it go. Excuse me, we got to let it go. Flea, that first great point. Bleacher Report is going up the back of the jerseys. We are watching the games, Flea. We are watching the games. It's nowhere in the world the Lakers should be in power rankings. Not top 10. It's nowhere in the world Clippers should be in the power. They shouldn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, Flea, hold on a second. Same guy. They got the GOAT. They got Luka. They shouldn't be in anybody's power rankings. They've been in both power rankings for 3 months.
They got Bronny. Stop forgetting certain names. Them niggas don't belong in the power rankings, not top 10. No.
Best Buy.
Bring it back to the Lakers.
499.
I'm trying to save you, all boy. You say you're not mentioning that man's name again. That young man. Best Buy. Thank you for your $4.99. Yo, all ball is correct. We are the best team in the East and the 3rd best team in the NBA. Never scared. New York Knicks.
Come on, bro.
Best name.
Flea, if it was up to Bleacher Report, we wouldn't even be in the top 10 power rankings, bro. But we are forcing everybody's hand. You cannot tell me since Brunson has been on the Knicks, we have made progress every year.
For sure.
So, Flea, you give this stat that I love. The last couple years, the teams that have been in the Eastern Conference, the next season were in the finals. Is that going to change because it's us?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Right.
But the major thing that y'all wanted was that coaching change. Every other team over the last 4 or 5 years, they went in with basically the same roster, same coach. We just running it back, tweaked something because, we just missed it. Indiana just missed it, right? They got swept by Boston last season, not this past season, but last season. But people remember that game 1, Jaylen Brown had to hit a tough shot in game 1 to for them to win game 1. Indiana was in a lot of those games in that Eastern Conference where they got swept. But if you just go back and look at those games, they were a lot closer than just it was just a nasty sweep. So I would love for us to be in the finals. I would love for us to continue to repeat history with all the other teams that, just missed it in the Eastern Conference Finals. But this coaching change, it's what we needed, right? I'm on board with that. It's what we needed. But, who are we to feel like we're going to skip steps? If we really that nice, then yeah, we're going to skip some steps. But we in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like I was talking about Pops the other day, And it's wild how much my pops and All Ball are the same. Like, they the same type of niggas. They think the same when it comes to this Knicks shit. They think the same. It's not even funny. These niggas think the same. And he said, kid, he calls me kid. He said, kid, I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I want a championship. That's all I want. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I don't want Eastern Conference Finals. I don't want final. I want a championship. And this is a guy that's going to be 70 this year. So you can imagine the type of Knicks fan he is. He was around the last time we won. So I understand. It's championship or bust, but
yeah, but
just,
I got to triple down with that.
Hold on, just big shout out Papa Flea. I got to give him props for that because my pop gave up a long time ago. I'm just being honest with you. That's a fact.
I got to triple down with that because I always just complain about like, yo, I don't want the wrong team around us. And Brunson's it's just easy to root for. Like, there's no way. I don't care who's around him at this point. That's the guy we want to see win. And then do you have the coaches to really help him and his teammates out? We know it's a team game. But Best Buy here sends another $4.99. Master Flea, please don't forget, we finally have a bench. Best Buy. The only reason why I'm saying the words Master Flea is because you gave me the $4.99. I will never do that shit again unless you gave me another $4.99.
So the nigga blatantly started the show without me. Appreciate you, OG, for letting me know his behavior prior to me getting here. Then he wants to act like he can't just read the comments. Forget, it ain't him calling. It's just we reading comments. And this brother is amazing, man. You are an amazing dude, man. Keep up the phenomenal work. Our super producer, Fabian. We love you, big dog.
Lord, and I'm not too down on the Clippers. Yeah, I'll go as you shoot back. But Fish made a great point when I was trying to think of the team that they remind me of, those old Expendables, that Portland Trailblazer team. They made the Western Conference Finals. I don't care what anybody says. Rasheed Wallace was young. They got Zubac in there. They got a killer in Kawhi Leonard. Portland ain't have no Zubac. They ain't have no Kawhi Leonard. So I respect them being top 5. What? Yeah. What?
Yo, let me tell you something.
I respect that more than them bum ass Lakers. Hold on. I respect the Clip. I respect the Clippers more than them bum ass Cavaliers. I don't know what told y'all that the Cavaliers are ill like that. What's telling you that? They flamed out. In the playoffs.
Nobody already said the Cavaliers bad for me because I'm not even responding to that game. It's crazy.
You better not.
I was responding to something different. That Portland team that you're comparing this team to, that Portland team was a lot better. They lost that game 7, and it makes it look like they ain't shit. But Fabian, they win that game 7, and Scottie, we talk about Scottie Pippen way different if Scottie Pippen is in the finals with that Portland team against the Pacers. We talking about Scott Pippen way different. Rasheed Wallace way different. Sabonis, we talking about them niggas way different if they in the finals against Reggie Miller. I just wanted to make that point. Because you tried to poo-poo that team.
No. What? I'm not trying to poo-poo them. What I'm saying is they made a Western Conference Finals. So if that's the old Expendables, what's another team that have veterans like that, along with a young pup and Rasheed Wallace? The Clippers have a bunch of veterans, young pup and Zubac. So that's how I look at them. They traded Norman Powell, try to upgrade. This is a last stance. To me, that's a real last stance on a championship, just like the Rockets. They're on a real stance to go for a championship with the young guns defense like that. And then you bring in Kevin Harden. They have the reverse.
You forget about
the old guys.
You forgetting about a lot of that Portland roster, bro.
Hold on. What am I forgetting? Steve Smith, Damon Stoudemire. What else am I forgetting, bro? Okay, but all these guys on the Clippers, they're just huh?
So is Bradley Beal an upgrade over Norman Powell at this point?
No. Hell no. I wouldn't say an upgrade, but no. But bro, you got but you got 82 games. Kawhi can't make 82 games. James Harden is not playing 82 games. These dudes ain't playing 82 games. The Clippers know that.
You could count on your one hand how many guys played 82 games last season.
Listen, man, y'all take it too literally. If it's an 82
I know what you're
games,
saying, Fabian. But
exactly.
what I'm saying is,
so if it's an 82 game season and these old motherfuckers can't make it 82 games and in the playoffs, what you want them to do?
Toronto won a championship with this nigga playing 55 games.
So hold on. So you making my point. If the Clippers, they deserve, if Kawhi could give them anything in the playoffs, along with Zubac and all that, the Clippers are formidable. They okay at top 5.
I'm not refuting that. That's OG. OG is on the other side.
He wants to pick and choose when he wants to be slick because the Lakers are easy to hate on. The Cavaliers, they should not be over the Knicks right now. I get the Clippers and all that. I get the Rock.
None of them should.
I'll give you the Nuggets.
None of them should.
I don't listen. They should be in the conversation.
How do you get the Clippers, but you don't get the Cavs?
Right.
Because the Clippers they got guys that have done something in the playoffs. Kawhi Leonard has done something. Zubac, he ain't no slouch to me.
So how long Kawhi did something in the playoffs? Like seriously.
I hate to answer a question with a question. How long ago did Donovan Mitchell do something in the playoffs? How long ago Darius Garland did something in the playoffs? When did Jared Allen do something in the playoffs? When did Evan Mobley do something in the playoffs? And those are your top 4 guys. Come on, man. Get them Cavs
Once
out
again,
of here.
I love what you just did. You didn't answer the question.
What's there to answer? What's there to answer?
When the last time he did anything in the playoffs?
When he was healthy.
Before he got hurt against Phoenix in that, what was that, 23? In Phoenix, they was up 2-0 or up. Kawhi was killing them. And all of a sudden, the nigga got hurt. He had 40. And all of a sudden, now he can't play the rest of the series.
Last time that nigga did some of the playoffs was in Toronto, man. Fuck out of here. He ain't did shit since he been with the Clippers, man. We just have to be honest. Great player. He ain't been jack shit since he been with the Clippers. Everybody's scared the same with me. That's just the honest truth. We all know what James Harden does in the playoffs. Jack shit. He gonna give you 1 or 2 games. But then we know after that, jack shit. I'm sorry. I get what you're saying, Fabian, but it's nowhere in the world I'm believing in the Clippers more than Cleveland as far as maybe a first or second. I'm not saying conference finals or finals, but bro, the Clippers is the bar.
All I'm saying is that Ty Lue, all these guys, they've been together for years already. The Cleveland Cavaliers have not proven a damn thing ever. Nobody on there, no team, no player on that team. They got Lonzo Ball. This is getting worse. All these names getting worse. I ain't trying to shit on that kid, man. These names are getting worse.
But that's the difference. That's the difference that they need over a Garland, a bigger guard, somebody who can guard 1, 2, and 3, somebody who can pass. Like, yeah, that may be, if they looking at it. Kobe Altman ain't done wrong in a while. You love bigging that nigga up. So now you about to shit on the move that he makes by going and getting Lonzo. That's your guy. He hasn't made any bad moves over the last 4 seasons.
That's what you get for fucking with them grimy Brooklyn ninjas. I told him. Listen.
I'm just saying. You see, OG? This nigga is different, yo. I swear. That's why he ducking. Because you know that's his guy.
That was a low blow. That was a Kobe Altman is your man. What happened to Kobe Altman?
You love that nigga. Nah, man. No, but that's actually what they need. Maybe Lonzo is not it because we haven't figured out if Lonzo is really healthy yet. But they need a bigger guard over there. Darius Garland, what they said it in the playoffs. Who said it in the playoffs? He tried to get at Tyler Hero and say some funny shit about Tyler Hero, like Tyler Hero's a cone. Somebody immediately went back. Who was that in Orlando? Somebody said they was like, we're going after Garland. Hunt Garland every time down. He's food. So, yeah, they got to get him out.
That was Kevin Durant on the greatest podcast of all time, Mind the Game.
Oh, about smaller guards, and you can't yeah. But there was somebody who right after Garland had called out Tyler Hero, like Tyler Hero ain't shit on defense. Somebody immediately called Garland out, like we hunt him every night. But anyway, still the fact still remains. I don't think you can sleep on the Clippers. I don't think you can sleep on the Cavaliers, and both because I think their coaches are better than the coach that we have right now. And that still remains to be seen. You know, it remains to be seen on how good Mike Brown's going to be for us. He's still got to prove some shit to me.
would love to have that conversation another time. I totally disagree. I don't think we can only sleep on the Clippers, the Lakers, and Cleveland. I think we could kick their ass under the bed and stomp them out.
7-game series.
To
We win
me,
it?
yes.
Okay.
Against all three of those, hold on. Against all three of those teams. You know why? Because they haven't shown me nothing else.
If we were in
have shown anybody. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
No, I want to end with this. I don't know if we end it, but I want to end with this. If we're in the finals against LeBron James and the Lakers and this New York Knicks team, you got us winning?
4-2. Straight face.
Got it. You said that with a straight face. 4-2. I got it.
Clippers 4-1. Eastern Conference Finals against Cleveland 4-1.
Knicks Cleveland 4-1, gentlemen. Okay, I can roll with that. I might take that one. LeBron James, Luka Doncic in the finals. We got them in 6 games. I like it.
So see, Fabian, you see what he's doing, right? He's trying to trigger something, right? I'm not gonna know. Fabian, you get us out of here, man. You ain't gonna have me do this late night tonight. Now, you can get me caught up. Good try though. Yeah, fuck out of here. Blood pressure up. I just had my doctor's appointment. Cholesterol, everything all right. Fucking Lakers.
We live.
Luka and LeBron won 1 game in the first round.
The biggest. Stick with her. Whoever did your hair this time, stick with that.
No. Fabian, Luka and LeBron won 1 game in the first round. They gonna beat us in 7, right?
In the finals? In the finals. You got Brunson and Cat smoking LeBron and Luka. In the finals.
Brunson is MVP. What are you talking about?
Yo,
tune in Thursday, y'all. We shall be back. All Ball TV, 8 p.m. I would say be there, be square, but your ass better be there. We be over here busting our ass, creating all kind of overlays. Nah, we love
you. As a
nigga said, Luka,
I love it.
Hold on. Nigga said Luka. Hold on. Nigga said Luka has superpowers. Yeah, he took that shit to lose weight.
All Ball TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.